Hello? Today we are going to explore some important phrasal verbs that are often used when talking about communication and how people express themselves. Whether you're having a deep conversation with a friend, presenting an idea, or dealing with misunderstandings, these expressions will help you sound more fluent and natural in English. Let's dive into them and see how they work in real-life situations. Let's begin with talk over. This means to discuss something carefully, often to reach a decision or understand each other better. It is commonly used when two or more people want to clarify a situation or decide what to do next. For instance, when you and a friend are not sure where to go on holiday, you might say, "Let's talk it over tonight." Talking something over shows that you value the other person's opinion and want to find the best solution together. A manager might talk over a new strategy with their team to make sure everyone is on the same page. Couples also often need to talk over financial decisions or future plans to avoid misunderstandings. They talked it over and finally agreed on a solution. Before quitting his job, he talked it over with his family. We need to talk over the contract before we sign anything. Next is get through to. This phrasal verb means to make someone understand something, especially when it's difficult, or when they are not listening. It's often used when emotions or stubbornness make communication hard. Imagine a parent trying to explain something important to their teenager, but the teenager just won't listen. The parent might say, "I just can't get through to him." It is also useful in professional settings when you are trying to communicate a complex idea to someone who isn't grasping it, or in emotional moments when you want someone to understand how you feel. "No matter how hard I tried, I couldn't get through to her." Sometimes it takes a crisis to get through to people. The coach finally got through to the team during halftime. Now let's look at spell out. To spell something out means to explain it clearly and in detail, usually because the listener didn't understand it the first time. It can also carry a slightly irritated tone if the speaker feels the explanation should already be obvious. For example, a teacher might spell out the assignment instructions again if the students are confused. Or in a work meeting, someone might ask, "Can you spell that out for us?" To get more clarity. Spelling things out helps avoid confusion and ensures everyone understands what is expected. "She spelled out exactly what we needed to do. I thought the rules were clear, but he had to spell them out again. Please spell out the steps so I don't make a mistake." Next comes talk down to. This is a negative expression that means to speak to someone as if they are less intelligent or less capable. It often makes the listener feel small or disrespected. You might hear someone complain, "Stop talking down to me," if they feel they're being treated unfairly. This phrasal verb is often used in work environments when a manager is condescending toward an employee, or in personal relationships where one person assumes they're superior. It is important to be aware of this kind of communication because it can damage trust and respect. "She talks down to people as if she's the only one who knows anything. I don't like being talked down to. It makes me feel stupid." He kept talking down to his co-workers, which caused tension in the team. Finally, let's talk about open up to someone. This means to share your thoughts or feelings with someone, especially when you haven't done so before. It's often used in emotional or personal situations where trust is involved. People might open up to a therapist, a close friend, or a partner. It takes courage to open up, especially about difficult experiences. This phrasal verb is about breaking down emotional walls and letting others in. When someone opens up, it usually means they feel safe and supported. He finally opened up to his therapist about his fears. After years of silence, she opened up to her sister about what happened. It's hard for him to open up, but he's learning to trust people again. Let's quickly review today's phrasal verbs in context. You should talk over the problem with your team to find the best solution. Sometimes it takes effort to really get through to someone you care about. Make sure to spell out your expectations clearly to avoid confusion. Be careful not to talk down to others. Everyone deserves respect, and don't be afraid to open up when someone truly wants to listen. These expressions are extremely useful when it comes to expressing yourself, resolving misunderstandings, and building stronger relationships. Practice using them in your conversations, and you'll notice how much easier it becomes to connect with others in English. Try creating your own examples or think of real situations where you have experienced these kinds of communication moments. That's the best way to remember and truly master new vocabulary. Thanks for learning with me. If this was helpful, like the video and leave a comment using one of today's phrasal verbs in your own sentence. I'll see you in the next lesson.